All right, guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. So, we got some interesting stuff coming. We got some content. We have LR GOMAH here, who also looks quite good. So, looks like this should be a pretty fun week. It always is very exciting. This can even apply to characters who don't have a lot of interest. Now, GOMAH, I think, eventually would be kind of one of these characters who most people don't really care too much about. But he is still, like, kind of like a new character fresh from the series. Like, I've mentioned this before about Toppo. Toppo right now, even though he's, like, on par with, like, Evolution Blue Vegeta and, like, Blue Kaioken Goku. Like, that's how strong Toppo is. Like, people don't really care about Toppo. But had Toppo been, an LR in, March of 2018, people would have cared. It would have been, oh, wow, because he was brand new to the series. Look, GOMAH is not as timely as they should have done, but it is still, like, relatively quick. I mean, Cell Max, we didn't get a character till 2 years after he came out, right? So, I mean, they moved pretty quick here with GOMAH. So that's good. Now, GOMAH is so broken that I think it's actually going to kind of get a little bit more excitement than we would typically see, right? Like, Cell Max was kind of, like, really explosive as well, but maybe the thing about Cell Max is that he was not on Global and JP at the same time, right? But we have seen, like, a release before who was Global and JP at the same time who was crazy, and that would be LR Bulma. LR Bulma was one who was absurdly broken on release. Like, there's just a level of excitement. Another character who would kind of, in my opinion, fall under that, like, very low level of hype that, like, kind of was so crazy good that they rose above it was Ginyu. I will never forget. I was streaming Elden Ring with Gresh, like Elden Ring release. We were streaming when the Ginyu Dokkan Fest teaser was announced, and the LR Super Saiyan 4's 4th anniversary LRs. EZAs were announced. So, Dokkan Fest Ginyu and LR Super Saiyan 4 EZAs were announced at the exact same time. And the chat, where we were playing Elden Ring, filled up. This is so, like, people were saying, this is so good, easy skip for Global. Easy skip. Like, it was just a flood of these messages. Everyone was saying that because this was the release that would always be right before the anniversary on Global. Sure enough, that was the case. Ginyu was the last Dokkan Fest before the 7th anniversary. But most of the community that I saw on Global summoned for the Ginyu. Because he was just that, like, him and his team were that crazy broken. Like, they kind of, like, rose above it. They were so exciting that even though, what was, like, maybe still are the hypest, most popular characters in Dokkan history, the LR Gods and LR Physical Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, people were still summoning for Ginyu using stones before they came out, right? GOMAH might actually be on that level. We'll see, though. But GOMAH just seems stupid. Like, I've made this comparison with the Blues. I've said this for a while now. The reason, to me, they feel like they almost, like, have to be one, well, until GOMAH, was because they have an answer for every boss situation, right? No matter what the boss does, this character has an answer for it. If it's, turn 80, like, they could do that. If the boss has dodge canceling, like, all these different fights between Goku and Vegeta, they have an answer for, like, every situation you'll go into. And, as great as Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, Rose, Omega, Gohan, Goten, and Trunks are, they don't have that same kind of, like, variety in their toolkit that the Blues do. The Blues are able to cover way more situations. GOMAH has a lot of that. A lot of that same thing that the Blues have. The one thing that GOMAH, it doesn't really matter too much because I don't think it's going to come out anytime soon. But the one thing that would slow GOMAH down unironically would be a ridiculously hard-hitting boss that attacked, like, 15 times turn 1 and had dodge canceling. That's what could get rid of GOMAH. Because GOMAH, turn 1, it's going to be almost never that you're going to see GOMAH take damage turn 1. And then turn 2, he has a giant form transformation. And even though it's only a 1-turn transformation, which typically the 1-turn transformation is not a team protector mechanic the way typical team protector mechanics usually are. Because, like, the Team Protector mechanic from a giant form is the boss would use up the ability during the course of the giant form, then you leave it, and it's still technically the same turn, so they can't still use those abilities. But, you know, there's bosses who aren't, like, they're not guaranteed to super every turn. The GDC meta, though, bosses use all their abilities every single turn, 100% of the time, without not using them. So only the one-turn giant form for GOMAH will still cancel all of the nasty boss shit. So that's going to be huge for GOMAH, right? So this week should be pretty exciting with how impressive I think GOMAH is going to be. Should you guys summon for him, I guess I probably should just do a straight-up video on that. I think people are going to be very curious. I kind of would give a blessing to summon if you'd really want to, because GOMAH is that broken, and I think he's going to be that fun. He will play across the entire game. Like, everything he's able to do. Right? He's actually just so crazy. But you need to understand he is just a yellow coin LR. So, but his leader skill is also tremendously busted as well. Demonic Power and Terrifying Conquerors, 200% of stats, is supremely good. Like, he is just, like, strengths in every area. So we're going to have him and his banner. Dokkan Day, by the way, member, is going to be on the 14th/15th. I think GOMAH, I've been saying GOMAH was going to release on the 13th at 8 p.m. Eastern. Looks like it actually should be the 12th at 8 p.m. Eastern my time. So right now it's 7:4. It's going to be tomorrow at 8 p.m. is when GOMAH should be dropping in game, I believe. It's going to be the same time as Super Saiyan 4 Goku on the 12th, I believe, is when we will see him. And then there will be Dokkan Day tickets for him when Dokkan Day happens on the 14th and 15th, right? We do also have other content. This is kind of the point of the video here. Maybe I'm getting to this a little bit late. I apologize. But, I mean, GOMAH is so crazy that there's a lot of ways we could talk about him. So, we do have the two... I assume... Oh, it just says Stage 2. So, that's probably going to be Tamagami number 2, who fights Mini Vegeta. So, that's interesting. I actually would have expected that this would have both stages, and I don't know if GOMAH is going to get a stage as well. I suppose they could always add GOMAH later on, right? Like, GOMAH could get his Red Zone stage, maybe when Adult Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Adult Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta come out, is what they could do. So it looks like it's probably just going to be the fight against Tamagami number 2, which must come next week. Because next week is still this celebration. Next week might be Hero stuff as well. Heroes EZAs, to me, are very likely. And then the week after is the next Dokkan Fest exclusive on this week right there. So, all right, so we have that. Another Extreme Super Battle Road stage. This is awesome. They are pounding these away with real speed. I'm very excited because once we get to stage 81, that means we get a brand new 100 box space with stage 81. So that's closing in. I'm very excited about that. We have a new intensifying fight stage, probably against either Mini Super Saiyan 4 Goku or GOMAH. It's probably going to be Mini Super Saiyan 4 Goku, because I could see it being a thing where, like, Mini Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta would be, like, the boss you fight if you fail it, and if you do the special condition, you fight Mini Super Saiyan 4 Goku. To me, that seems very likely. We have a burst mode, Young Warriors Resolve. That must be... It must be Kid Gohan, yeah? AGL Kid Gohan is who that must be. Let's see. AGL Kid Gohan. This is Path to Power Kid Goku, so that means he's up. Yeah, Young Warriors Resolve, AGL Kid Gohan. Makes sense. This, unfortunately, though, is just a regular Dokkan event. You know, the ones that are really fun... Well, I guess he does have this. Kind of like a countdown super, but... you know, the very, very old... Dokkan events, those are the ones that can be fun as burst modes, because they actually have, like, very peculiar things going on, right? Because remember, way back in the day, the original Dokkan events was the difficult content in-game, right? These were the really tough fights, right? So you fight all of them, and then you have a second phase, a third phase, a fourth phase. This is where he was really strong, and then we had the final countdown phase, right, where he blows up the Earth. 2.7 million. That was still strong going into 2024. That's 2024 is when that got power crept. Isn't that crazy? That's nuts, dude. That's crazy. This is a boss from, what, 2016? 2016 boss that would be able to actually, if he got it off, would be able to do shit to, like, 2023 characters. That's crazy. Crazy to think about. But yeah, that used to be the difficult content way back then. So those stages are often structured in kind of a different way, right? So we have that. We have a Patan battle. Now, this is terrifying to me because, like, all the other Patan stickers, like, they come back. Like, you could get them. At the 40th anniversary stuff, I gotta imagine they're gonna make this, like, maybe easier to get or something. This Patan is going to last 2 weeks, by the way. This is normally Patan is 1 week. This is gonna last 2 weeks. I guess if it's just only that set, and, like, one of the, like, the most recent set is not mixed with it, if that's the case, it probably will be easier to get all these cards, but, you know, it's just a little bit scary to potentially, like, miss out on one of these, right? Like, definitely don't want to do that. But this is dropping, and this will last 2 weeks, which, again, would be for about the duration of the rest of the celebration. I think it said it goes from the 13th until the 27th, and then the 27th or 28th is probably when we would see the next Dokkan Fest exclusive, right? November 27th right here, November 28th. Again, I hate that it says December, because I'm pointing out the November portion of the calendar, but it shows December. It's so fucking stupid. Everything is just, everything is designed against me, man. Like, why can't I just see, why can't I look and highlight November and it says November? Like, why can't I? And I know people are going to say, oh, but it's because you're zoomed in so much. Yeah, I know. That's the point. So I could see. It's zoomed in so I could see. Obviously. I know that. I know that. Anyway. Moving on. So yeah, that's it. So we got the Patan. We got the Burst Mode, Intensifying Fights, Extreme Survival Stage, new Red Zone. In terms of, like, quality content, I'm sure the Red Zone stage, well, I guess I would struggle to say quality content, because people fucking hate this stage. And I assume Tamagami 2 is going to be, like, similar to this. I imagine Tamagami 2 is going to be full of bullshit and garbage, just like Tamagami number 3 is. Like, I don't think that it's going to be like, oh, a straight up regular fight or something. Because the point of the Tamagamis was you had to beat them and then you had to solve, like, their riddle, right? Like, so I assume Tamagami number 2 is also going to have extreme garbage going on. That's going to make the fight a mess. So, you know, keep that in mind. So we do have a bit of content coming. Not the exciting. I mean, me personally, intensifying fights is just really, I am not a fan of intensifying fights content. You know, I felt like maybe the giant ape event is what intensifying fights wanted to be. By the way, they're definitely going to eventually add more to this event. This is definitely getting new stages, by the way. Eventually. I'm not saying like now, but eventually. Because Analaza, Bio Broly, and Hirudegarn are not even stages. So, like, I do fully expect eventually we'll see more to this. I thought this is a great event. This is an awesome difficult content event. So, I definitely am looking forward to seeing them add more to that. So, let me know what you guys think. We do have a bit of exciting content. I would kind of say that this feels like it's going to be a little bit more of an exciting week than expected, though, because of how kind of like good GOMAH looks, how terrifying, how impressive GOMAH looks. So, let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching. I will catch y'all next time.